Hey guys, the Commander Casual here. Playing my Taigam Ojutai Master Voltron deck. We're playing against Sidisi Brood Tyrant, which is going to be like a graveyard deck, usually with some zombie synergies, or it could be zombie travel. Um, Mathas Fiend Seeker, which is one of the new Commander product legendaries from the Vampire deck. So he's a 3/3 with Menace. At the beginning of his end step, he gets to put a bounty counter on target creature and opponent of his controls. And then with that, when that creature dies with the bounty counter on it, each other player who didn't own it or didn't control it, this creature dies. Each opponent draws a card and gains 2 life. So the the creature gains that line of text. So if this guy's creature dies with a bounty counter on it, the rest of us all get to draw and gain life. I'm gonna grab an island. Kept this hand. I'm happy I drew another land because these are not our ideal starting lands, but can be useful later game. So I'm glad we drew an extra island because now I'm not worried about getting out of Ghostly Prison early. I don't know if we open the armory yet. I'd kind of like to save that for some value with Taigam, so I think we'll just hold it for now. Skip played an Urborg. Dark creature loses first strike and Swamp Walk until the end of the turn. I mean, if you're playing, I guess it's like a swamp essentially. That isn't a swamp, so why not? Soul Ring. I don't know why this guy isn't letting the Soul Ring resolve. Why isn't he F8'd? Good. No, I probably figured it out. I don't need to say anything. Yeah, and then the last deck we're playing against is Karador Ghost Chieftain, which is from the original Commander product. And yeah, this is going to be another graveyardy based deck. So this will be interesting. Cost 1 less for each to cast for each creature card in his graveyard, and then he can cast a creature spell from his graveyard a turn. Gonna get a Lightning Greaves of this Mathas Fiend Seeker. I'm curious to see what kind of deck this is. I'm assuming it's like a... I don't know why you wouldn't do like a Voltron style deck with the Mardu colors. And your commander has Menace anyway. And then you might as well just mark up a bunch of things for interesting stuff. Gain some life, draw some cards off people's stuff dying. Dawn Treader Elk, he's gonna try and ramp up and fill up his graveyard quickly. We're just gonna... Plains. There we go. I don't know if you could hear the clicking of my mouse through my microphone, but I had clicked that a while ago. I guess we leave the path up. Do we path Mathas if he plays it? I don't know. Like, I've never played against this commander before, so of the new commander product, I originally wanted the vampire deck, but by the time I got to my local game store, which was actually like only like an hour after they opened or something, on the day that the commander product was released. What's this guy? Crazy Lands. Sorry, by the time I actually got there, the vampire deck was already sold out, and then there was one dragon deck left, one cat deck left, and a couple of the wizard decks. So I snatched up the wizard deck for my brother, got the dragon deck for my friend, and got the cat deck for myself. Because I wanted mostly the equipment and the Zod from the cat deck. I mean, Arabo and the rest of the cat stuff is cool. Miri's really cool as well, but... yeah. Okay, so he's going to play Mathas. Do we path here? Shock. I want to make a deal here. I could riggedy wreck Mathas right now, but I won't if you don't attack me with him. Cheers. Question mark? If he doesn't respond, I'm just gonna get rid of Mathas. Strong arm tactics. Sweet. Let's hope he honors his word. Watch him just attack me here and be like, I don't deal with traitors or whatever. I'm not a traitor, but yeah. Sweet. Yeah, let's just yeah. This is one thing that I try to... he's a liar. One of the things I try to do a little bit more, especially recently on MTGO, is actually like engage in the politics, because it's something you get a lot more in the paper version of the game that you can still definitely engage in on the online client. It's just you need a little bit more active participation. And I mean, it's one of the reasons I love the format. Like, I love the. I was just using. Well, I have Greaves on. Yeah, I mean, he could have. Yeah, this is a faith-based agreement for sure. But yeah, no, I enjoy the politics of the game. It's one of the reasons I really liked Commander just from the start. Is because if you want to be a vindictive turd, you can be a vindictive turd, or you can make alliances or whatever. And like, I mean, it's all about the playstyle. The interesting interaction of this game doesn't come. I mean, there's a lot of interesting interactions between cards that are really cool, but a lot of the interesting interaction is between the players, because doing what seems optimal at the time isn't necessarily optimal in a multiplayer game, because it's like, yeah, this is my best play as far as like board advantage or card advantage goes, but the general goings of Commander and multiplayer in general is just that, like, the more you rise to power, the greater threat you become, and then you attract the attention of everyone else at the table, and then get punished for it. So it's probably the main reason I really enjoy Commander. I don't know why this guy's spending so much time finding a basic land, but I guess he's weighing his options. But yeah. Anyway, I find the politics of the game are really fun, and again, like, you get way more interaction like that in paper, and in my paper group at least, we're make lots of deals and try to barter and stuff like that. And my brother and I usually end up trying to like bluff each other out, and then just end up murdering each other usually. But because I'll like threaten him, and I'll make like a statement like that. So I'll be like, I'll blow this up right now if you don't promise not to attack me with it. And it'll be like, I'm not going to promise that. So then I'll blow it up, and then that just kicks it off. Because then he acts vindictively towards me, and then I act vindictively towards him, and then whoever else is in the game kind of just plays the game while my brother and I destroy each other. That's how a lot of our games go, but it's still really fun. I still have fun. Or sometimes, like, if I'm... there's a lot of opportunities where you get to play Kingmaker. So you're just like, because of your board state, you can't win, but you basically decide who does based on your actions. So you can do the boring thing, which is just sit and do nothing, and then, there's a stalemate. Or you can play Kingmaker, as I like to call it, and basically wipe somebody out, or at least deal enough damage to them that you decide the winner. Did he lose connection? I was going to check. Or I should check before I'm all snarky. A lot of basics in there. Is it me? No. No. It says I'm connected. Oh! Magic keeps doing this to me. It was doing this to me a couple times already. Let's see if we can get back in the game. Oh no. You've now seen my background. No. So much about my personal life has been exposed. That's right, I play for the New Zealand All Blacks. That's my background for those that don't know. And I feel like the rugby community and the Magic community probably don't have a ton of crossover. I mean, I exist in both those, but get me back in. Get me in. I wanna play. Okay, we're back, kind of. Oh, there's the game sounds. We're loading. It's thinking about it. Yeah. Go away, Steam notifications. Go away. Take your... Oh. What the... Why is my hand different? Did we get... What? What happened? Oh, this is a different game that it's trying to connect me to. There we go. There you guys. We're back. Kind of. We drew a slip through space. So we're gonna play a ghostly person now. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting my bearings. Things went wrong. Yeah, as I was saying before, MTGO was acting up on me a lot before, which was annoying. So, anyway, I'm curious to see what this deck's all about. I'm thinking it's like a Voltron style deck. Okay. That's okay. We weren't attached to this hand too much. I mean, I'm sad about the Open the Armory, but if we used it, we would have lost whatever we tutored. So, there's that. We got an Opt, Charter Course. Lightning Greaves is awesome. Propaganda as well. So do we Lightning Greaves and then Taigam? Or do we Taigam and the next turn we and Lightning Greaves and Charter Course? I kind of like that. I'm not too worried about protecting Taigam, like right out of the gate. Yeah, okay. Also, if this guy wants to not play something to attack me next turn, I think I'm probably okay with that. This guy's got the bounty counter. Okay, I'm back. You can go now. Yes, sweet. He's doing stuff, and because of the bounty counter, this player, and me get to gain 2 life and draw a card, and we do a Heuristic Study, which is just the best. I love how we're drawing all of our enchantments after we had to discard our Serra's Sanctum. It's cool. I'm not mad about it. I'm not even a little irritated. It doesn't even matter to me. What did he just? Oh, he Apprentice Necromancer the Runescar Demon back. Does it get wrecked? Okay, at least you sack it. So he gets a Runescar Demon, so he gets to get something. What does he put in his graveyard? Sabra. This is kind of neat. Sidisi, Lotus Cobra, Apprentice Necromancer. Yeah, so it's just a graveyard value deck. I don't think he's running Zombie Synergy in it, which is fine, because this is kind of arguably the more competitive way to run Sidisi, and based on all these lands and stuff. I'm guessing this guy's just going for. He's probably got a super competitive Sidisi deck. I could be wrong. Sidisi's one of the upper commanders for sure. She's really good. Debt to the Deathless, Vandal Blast, Anguished Unmaking, Royal Assassin, Utter End, Terminate. That's a super removal heavy hand. Holy crap. He had a Terminate, Utter End. The Royal Assassin destroys stuff. Anguished Unmaking, Vandal Blast, and then he had a Debt to the Deathless as well. That's crazy. I guess it's probably just a value or heavy removal deck. I understand the removal, although the Utter End and Anguished Unmaking don't really trigger Mathas or Marthas. Is it? No, it's Mathas. Yeah, that T is not very distinguished. I guess it'd be Marhas if it was an R. But. Ha! He kept our pact. See? That's why we make deals. Also, it's because easy players got to tutor for something. But that's not the point. The point is we had a deal and he honored it. So you're gonna see something out of this Karador player, maybe? Yes, no, maybe, yes, no. But yeah, what did he put in his graveyard? That's actually that was who did the Windfall? This guy, right? Yeah. That's good for both these graveyard decks. Sylvan Ranger gets the land, puts it in his hand. Okay. War Priest of Thune, Palaka Worm, Mangle Horde. Love that card. Flashback Marauder, Puppeteer Clique, Radiant Emissary, Dontrado. This seems like a fairly budget Karador deck, which is cool. You just get graveyard recursion in value. He's obviously running a bunch of ramp style creatures, but this is Sylvan Ranger's not the greatest card in existence, but I understand why he's running it. Yeah, I think we play Taigam here, and then we can, I don't know, Greaves and Charter Course and Op next turn, or we can Greaves and Propaganda or Heuristic Study next turn. Or do we just... Guess we could Greaves now. Chart a course. And then next turn we can Taigam and Opt. I think we're just going to play Taigam. I mean, it sucks if, like, this guy's got a lot of removal in his deck, you can tell, but hopefully that's most of it. I'm going to play Taigam. I know maybe the smarter play might be to Lightning Greaves him first. But I'm not super worried about him getting removed here. I think the Sidisi is still the threat, and I think she's going to have some kind of play that'll maintain that threat on her turn. Maybe she literally just tutored for a green source. You never know, because she's missing green right now, right? She's got black and blue, but no green. But you never know. We'll see. Tutoring for a land with Rudenscar Demon is not super fun, but sometimes you have to do it. I mean, ideally you should tutor for whatever you need most in that situation. So, if that's a land, then you tutor for a land. Well, we're seeing a thing. Pinging himself with the Cephalid Coliseum. Living Death. Yeah, that's a little... Okay, so see a dragon. I was wrong, and we get nothing. I'm not... Yeah, this isn't great. I was right, kind of, but I'm not happy about it. Don't destroy target enchantment. That's my enchantment. That's the only target. No. No. Whatever. We still got a Propaganda and a Heuristic Study. Yeah, so maybe next turn we Greaves and Propaganda. Just try and avoid some damage. Why does this have to be enchantment and not artifact and enchantment? Blow up this guy's Soul Ring, for Christ's sake. And he's probably going to blow up the Soul Ring with the Manglehorn, but... Yeah, triggers, put them on the stack. Put them on the stack. Put them on the stack. You can Puppeteer click, nothing. Because it has to be an opponent's, right? Opponent's graveyard, yeah. So he can't even Puppeteer click his own. Dude. Not that... Oh, I would have probably destroyed the ring just to keep this guy low on mana, because he's got such a scary board. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, that's, you know, standard. At least this guy, while gaining some... Oh, I guess he gets to... He can... No, he doesn't get the Puppeteer click. That's interesting. Okay, so he could pay 2 here and make this guy sack a creature. We're like, whatever, because... You know, Taigam died on the living end, so sacking stuff doesn't mean anything to us, but... at least this guy doing that gave this guy a bit of a board presence as well. So it's not, you know, completely one-sided. Actually, his board presence isn't all that scary either. I mean, like it's good, but... The biggest thing is just that he gets to tutor. He probably tutored for the Living Death last time, so... I like the other art for Living Death, the older art. It's like a bunch of zombies digging people out of graves. No! Our ghostly prison. That's okay. The interesting thing about situations like this, speaking back to the multiplayer meta argument, is that we're not at all a threat. So people don't really have a reason to attack us. Got 42 health, so I guess I was going to say we're on the throne, but we're not, because this other guy's on the throne. Jotun. Jotun, I guess. But Swamp Serpent and Jotun are now at a bit of an odds, because it's kind of like what's between them. This guy also sacked, what was it, the Queen. So he's down another card now. He kept the Lotus Cobra, obviously, because he wants green mana with that. Because it'll not only help him get mana temporarily, like a ritual, but it'll also just give him access to green. So... Now he gets to tutor Sidisi as well, so he gets 2 tutors off that Living Death, which is pretty good. So, yeah. Sorry if you can hear those pops, that's my knuckles. I wouldn't mind playing a little bit, though. I guess, technically, my game clock is burnt out a lot more of theirs because I was disconnected, but... I guess I appreciate them waiting. Claws of Gex. You can sack a permanent and gain a life. Interesting. What is he gonna... Oh, that's annoying. So if he... Yeah. Oh, he got the windfall again. Okay. So what I'm seeing happening here is he's gonna sack a bunch of stuff to the Claw of Gex and do like a living end effect again. There goes Apprentice Necromancer. Is he gonna do a thing? Do something cool. Use, what is it, it's these colors. Mardu. It's an instant spell. I can't talk. This is what I wanted. Crackling Doom. That's what I was thinking about. So these guys both had to sack a creature as well. Creature with the highest power, I believe, is what it does. Yeah, and then each opponent takes 2. So. Oh, who's it? Yeah, it's gonna be this guy. Because he wants to get rid of the Runes card, Living Death, which is probably a good idea. This guy's less scary. I don't want to be rude, but his deck is a little bit less threatening. Can I almost want to, I want to be able to shrink my board a little bit so you can see everybody else's board better. I suppose I could minimize these, but actually let me know in the comments. Would you rather me minimize this and just look at it when I need to? So that you can see, because you can see their cards a little bit better if I have that closed, but then you can't see their graveyards and whatever else I'm trying to look at. I guess I could just check those out of convenience. So let me know in the comments if that's what you guys would prefer, because I am trying to produce this to an audience, so making my audience happier is important to me. You guys matter. You guys are important to me. Don't forget that. I hope I'm important to you. Oh gosh, it's getting so sentimental. I think, yeah, he can definitely play Karador this turn if he wants to. Vault the Archangel, pretty good. You control, gain death, touch, and lifelink. Would have been a lot better if he had a ton of creatures on board, but I suppose he could attack for 7 and gain 7 if he wants to vault here. Vault can actually come in seriously clutch in late game scenario. Vault the Archangel, and actually I like all these Dark Ascension, or at least the Innistrad block, ally land activation stuff. Like the Boros one, I think gives creature you control +2/+0 vigilance and haste, which is pretty solid. And then Kessig Wolfrun is obviously ridiculous. It gives target creature +X/+0 and trample, which with commanders is ridiculous. Oh, I need to add a Kessig Wolfrun to my Rada deck. I can't believe I haven't thought of that before. Why are you attacking me? Why me, man? Politics. Be whiny. Maybe it'll backfire. Maybe he just didn't like that I made a deal with this guy earlier. I think that's probably it. So we're gonna propaganda. Propaganda. Because I'm joking. I know how to say propaganda. I hope that infuriated someone though. That'd be funny. Other pirates prowl for treasure. Captain Parrish plunders secrets. Neat. Yay, Ixalan cards. Yay. Season anticipate Captain Storm's orders. Take the more dangerous route. I don't know if you guys know this about the pirate fleets in Ixalan, or if you know anything about the story in Ixalan. The different fleets in the names of the cards are the different color combos in Grixis. So the Storm Fleet, which is what this card's referencing, Captain Storm, the Storm Fleet, is the Izzet Fleet. It's the blue-red. All the blue-reds pirates and stuff like that are part of the Storm Fleet. I think the Dire Fleet is the Rakdos one. Actually, I'm just going to Google it. Sure. Ixalan Fleets. If that even comes up with anything. No, it's just coming up with Fleet Swallower, which is the big fish thing that what's the traumatizes, literally the card traumatizes people on attack, or is it combat damage? I can't remember. Maybe if I search pirate fleets. Oh, it's suggested. No, it's just the top 5 pirates. I don't. There's Dire Fleet, Storm Fleet, and Fathom. I think is the other one. I think Fathom is the Dimir fleet, and then they're just the Brazen Coalition is the Vraska's group at least, and then Beckett Brass is the admiral of all the fleets. She controls she runs the whole show. I think Vraska and her crew, the Brazen Coalition, or actually no, those aren't. Are they the Brazen Coalition? I can't remember. Anyway, I think Vraska and her crew kind of operate separately from them. Because Angrath works for. He's part of the Dire Fleet. Angrath is a big Minotaur Planeswalker we're going to see in the next Ixalan expansion. I don't know if his regular Planeswalker's been spoiled yet, but his Planeswalker deck Planeswalker's been spoiled. And I was pumped because I called it, because they made him a story character in the first Ixalan expansion, first Ixalan set. And he's a notable character in the story, and I was like, okay, they're definitely doing this guy as a card. And he's pretty cool. He's this burning Minotaur, and he's got burning chains and stuff. But he's his backstory isn't actually that interesting. I don't know where he's from. Maybe it's Theros or something like that. But he basically just wants to get off Ixalan, and none of the Planeswalkers can, because the Immortal Sun, which is the big power thing that Nicol Bolas asked Vraska to go get, is keeping it binds all the Planeswalkers to Ixalan once they arrive. You can warp to Ixalan, you can't just warp off Ixalan. So Jace can't, Vraska can't, Angrath can't. Hotley's Spark just awakened, and she sees Garipur as it awakens, because she's fighting Angrath, and her Spark awakens while they're fighting, and she sees Garipur because she tries to Planeswalk, and then it just keeps her back, or rips her. She essentially gets halfway through the dimensions, and then she gets ripped back to Ixalan. It doesn't sound like a very pleasant description as to how the ripping went. Doesn't seem like fun. Yeah, so next turn we can. Oh, I guess we can't because they'll cost 6. So we can just play Taigam and equip them and attack maybe. We feel like it. If that's copacetic, because that's PG. The only thing I worry about the Lightning Greaves is just then we need another creature before we can equip anything to him. But I mean, we could always just Rhystic Study, I suppose. We'll see what we draw. I might just take another turn to set up and sit, because I probably want to get some value off the actual Taigam attack trigger rather than just poking somebody for free. Quit it. Quit it. We're just getting attacked for 4, but still. He's probably just doling up the damage evenly. Well. We're just getting attacked for 1. I guess. Maybe he's indecisive. He just runs a bunch of cards with enter the battlefield effects and death triggers and stuff. That's the whole point of this Karador deck. It's like it's a Panharmonicon Karador deck, which is kind of cool. So he canceled the attack to attack me anyway. All right, fine. I'm surprised he's paying the mana to do that. I guess if he doesn't have anything else to cast that turn, why bother? Or why worry? But ooh, a Thord. So we could play the Sword and the Study, and then play Taigam, equip him, and oh wait, can't we play Taigam and equip him next turn? No, we can't. This costs 2. Darn it. Darn it. But if we play the Sword, we can't equip it without if he's got the Greaves on him. I think we're just gonna bide our time for now. We're gonna study up, and we're gonna play the Sword, and we're just gonna pretend like this doesn't make us a threat. At least we got the Propaganda. I would have liked Ghostly Prison and Propaganda, but this guy paid 4 mana to deal 4 damage to us, and I feel okay about that. I know he had the mana to spend, but still. I've never seen this art for Zernor before. I've only seen the MTGO promo art for it. Love Growing Rights of Itlamok. Super fun card. I've seen Claws of Gix a couple times just because it makes its way into sacrifice-based decks. Vine Glacier's pretty standard. Erebos. God of the Dead. I like this Mathas deck so far. cool. Because you just, like, the issue with Mardu usually is just that you lack card advantage because you have no ramp and you have no, well, not you have no, but you have limited card draw. And if you use it, it's usually pain-based card draw because it's all black. So you have to pay life for cards, which can be tough. I mean, you've got, like, life is definitely a resource, especially in Commander because you have so much of it. But it's easy to get greedy and literally greed yourself to death. So, using the card, greed. All right. I've got 2 new. It was going to be 3, but actually 2 of the decks I realized are kind of similar and combine well. So I'm going to do 2. Got 2 new decks in the brew right now. Keep your eyes open for those. I don't really want to spoil them. One's a Tamir deck, and then the other is a Rakdos deck. They do things. I don't know if the Rakdos deck is super original, but it's definitely like uncommonly played because it's a lot more of like a casual style deck. And then the Tamir one, I've never seen this style of it before, but it's not like it doesn't run ridiculously uncommon cards. It's just a reimagining of a deck. It uses a commander that's quite popular. I'm altering it a little bit and doing my own flair as I do. Okay, so we can play Taigam, Greaves, and attack and opt next turn and leave the sword. He's gonna cast Path on and other end. Does he get one from his own? I don't think so. He doesn't have any in his own anyway. What's he getting from this guy's? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty low instant sorcery base deck, but I just want to know what he's. I don't want him to other end one of my things. Turd. We didn't even get to draw a card. Pay 1. Or don't pay 1. Let me draw a card. Don't pay anything. Let me draw 2 cards. Then it'll just be a divination and I can live with that. Yes, card draw. Delicious card draw. Yes, it was a divination. We're okay with that. Yeah, so he exiled the Paleka Orb, and he's gonna exile. What is he targeting? Did he also? Oh no, he exiled the Paleka Worm with Path to Exile, and then he ended my Mystic Study. That's okay. It was a divination. 3 mana for 2 cards. I'll take it. We also drew our swords. So, I like the exile removal cards are much nicer against these graveyard-based decks. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments about the screens if you'd rather me shrink them down just so you can see a little bit better. Because, like, I'm just looking at the window I have open on my other screen of my OBS studio, and just like watching the recording on the other screen it's super tiny. And like I've even on my like home screen, like this space is pretty tiny, and I've got a pretty big screen, so like I think we're gonna have to do this again. Come on, we can connect and do this. I don't know why this keeps happening. My internet's stuck cutting out. Watch it like try and connect me to those 2 games again, like that other game that I thought was like a random weirdness. The reason I was like a part of that game is I just hit play instead of host a game, and there was a game open for like Jank Tribal or something like that, but I wanted to play this deck, which is not a Jank Tribal deck, and then it just automatically put me in that other thing, and I was like, no. So I tried to leave before the game started, but I didn't get it. This is the game. Okay. We've just got 1 game. If it will load. Just wanted to load. I just want to play the game. The Mac. We're back. Sorry. Again, guys. I don't know why that keeps happening. Liver point stag. Maybe I could just... I guess, yeah, if I shrink this down, then it gives me a little bit more view of everything. That's a bit better, right? I don't need... You can still easily read my cards, right? Like, they're like the same size as what I have on board right now. Do that there. Now they're pretty much the same size. That gives you a slightly better view. Again, let me know. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. Which one do you prefer? Talking's hard, especially when you're not actually talking to like a person next to you. Because it's really easy to just like mumble and not enunciate. But I'm doing my best. Well, I shouldn't. No, I'm lying. I was gonna say I'm doing my best radio voice for you guys, but I'm super not. I could definitely be enunciating more. But I'm kind of trying. I'm still talking like I'm talking to a real person, even though I'm talking to my computer screen, knowing that real people will hear it later. It's weird. Because I also want to try and make it seem like an engaging conversation. You know, like there's some discourse between us and you're just really quiet or something like that. You know? Offer you propositional statements, even though you can't, respond to me, but you can still think about it, and then, just key into whatever I'm saying next. I'm just gonna stop with the. Is it expositional talking? Does that count? Please, am I not? I don't. See, at this point, I don't know if people are just like slow or if I'm disconnecting. So. Oh, no! That's the test. It's me. It won't even let me close this now. Oh my god. Why does this keep happening? Why have you forsaken me? Why are the All Blacks yelling at me? Just kidding. They're not yelling at me. They're doing the haka. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. It looks really cool. But it's basically they do the New Zealand rugby team, before they play, does like a Maori war dance called the haka. It's really cool. Or at least I think it's really cool because I'm like a sports nerd for them. Does that make sense? Now let's try this again. I just want to get a turn in. I don't want to have to crap out this recording just because I keep disconnecting. Type here to search. Why does my MTGO keep screwing up? I was going to say slurrier words, but we're up to 4,350 total views, guys. Appreciate it. And 67 subscribers. You guys are just the support I need. Okay, just open the windows. I'm not. Oh my god, I double clicked it. Just there. We're just gonna play Taigam. Ooh, a sword. I know it's not ideal, but I'm just gonna play Taigam. And then we're gonna lightning greaves and attack and opt. And then we'll get to up next turn, and hopefully we'll draw into a creature so we can move lightning greaves and equip Sword of Fire and Ice and Sword of Feast and Famine, and then move lightning greaves back on, and then attack and do all the things that those swords do, the wonderful, wonderful things the swords do. Unless it gets just like blowed up right now. Okay, yes, we made it. It didn't get blowed up right now, but our propaganda did apparently. Where's the hate coming from? That's not supposed to be like that. I mean, we have to attack this guy, right? This guy just trades, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, shock. I need my trigger. Now every time there's like a pause, I'm like, did I disconnect? Is my Magic the Gathering spiting me again? Opt! Go! And we get it can't be countered and we get rebound. Neat. Go away. No! I didn't want lands. I had a land. It was not my ideal choice, but whatever. At least we get to, before we draw, we get to scry, and then we get to draw, and then we get to draw again. So. Maybe we'll get like a Pure Steel Paladin. That'd be pretty ideal. Play the Pure Steel. Put our Greedy Greaves on him. Cast Sword of Feast and Famine. Equip stuff to Taigam. Then re-Greaves Taigam. And then attack. That'd be awesome. That would be just awesome. Am I overusing the term awesome, guys? Let me know. Liliana, Heretical Healer. Lifelinker, whenever non-token dies you get a zombie, right? Yo, you exile and then you return to the battlefield, transformed, and you get a zombie. And you can make people discard cards. Turn target non-legendary creature with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. I guess the Flipwalkers are cool cards in a Sidisi deck, because you want heavy creatures, like lots of creatures in your Sidisi deck, right? So they give you the Planeswalker element while still counting as a creature while they're in your library and in your graveyard. Get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, return to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. This is not looking great for us, guys. Not gonna lie. Although this guy's taking a fair bit of damage, and this guy's board isn't actually that scary. Why do everybody's things attack each combat if able? Because there's a Disrupt Decorum. Love this card. I need to start running this in my decks. I don't think I have it in any of them. The Blartist is going to do his thing. Liliana's going to flip Reno and he gets a zombie. He's gross. He's gross. Look at those fingers. Those are long fingers. I have like big dinner plate meat hands with short fingers, but they're still really large. It's weird. I'm like a not as small person. Like just in general stature, fairly tall, fairly large. And I have, my fingers are like the length of the average person's finger, but comparatively my palms are huge and the rest of me is fairly large, so my hands look weird. I get laughed at by my teammates and friends. I'm not kidding. It's like, haha, yeah, you're right. Fake laugh, fighting real pain. I'm just kidding, I don't care. Ouch. The crack. Couldn't even spell that right. Nice. Nice. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of hate. Just a little bit. We didn't even attack this guy. Like, what the heck, man? The heck, guy. Did he just... Oh, he used Liliana to get the Farhaven Elf. Use the -3. Okie dokie. So that was your turn. Or not. Time Twister. Okay. We still get to op next turn. We got our Sword of Feast and Famine back. That's awesome. Mass Calcify! That's a good card. So you can blow up all of this, that, this. I'm okay with that. Oh, I guess he attacked me because they were goaded. That's why he had to attack. And it wasn't... I guess he didn't... There was a less profitable attack over here. And he can't attack this guy because they were goaded. I guess we got a creature. There's that. I wanted a cheaper one, but... Cheaper is in like lower mana cost, but... We also got our... Or not got our, but we got a Angelic Purge. So that's the thing. Seer Vision is pretty good too. Excuse me. Vexing Scuttler. This is not a crazy eventful game, I gotta say. I guess it's just because of the turns. Turns have been kind of long and we haven't gotten to do anything much yet. We've attacked with Taigam once. It's gonna be like, to be fair, if we'd waited a turn to play him initially, the Lightning Greaves wouldn't have mattered for the Living Death, but it would have been different because the Living Death would have already been cast. Get Rog Monster. Yeah, you're just gonna play a bajillion things. You do as you please, I guess. Yeah, you're gonna Thawing Glaciers now. Oh, he copied the Vault. He can't even... Can he even activate it? No. He doesn't have any white sources. Oh, I guess he's got the Cobra. Yeah, so we lost our swords, but we got our Angelic Purge, which is kind of like worse swords. It's in here. I know it doesn't seem like a great card, but there's a lot of times where sacking a land is not that bad, and it lets you exile artifact, creature, or enchantment, not just creature. Like we could kill the Cerebos if we wanted to. I don't know if we do, but so we just calcify next turn and attack. I suppose we could attack then calcify. That'd be really funny. Because then anything anybody plays next turn just gets blown up again. That isn't white, at least. It would put this guy into the dirt for sure. We might do that. And then we can attack at Serum Visions. Because we'll play our command tower, and then we'll have 8 mana. I'm kind of okay with that. We'll see what these two guys do. This guy might, like... Is this, what's it called? The big black destroy everything spell that draws you cards. Annihilation. Decree of Annihilation. No, that's the red one. Decree of Pain. Nope, it's just a Tasia. Oh, God. Well, Tasia doesn't get blowed up by Mouse Calcify. I have to attack someone. But these guys aren't goated anymore. But now he has this thing. I need to attack. Why do you do this? Why are you like this? Now I can't like Mass Calcify twice. I suppose I could just attack, let Taigam die, calcify everyone. But I don't know. What's this do? Yeah, so there'll be like a bajillion Blood Artist triggers. That's the thing, though. So you could drain the crap out of us if you wanted to. Oh, I don't know. Could exile the Blood Artist first, but then that's going to take like 2 turns to do that whole thing. And I don't know if you noticed, but each turn cycle takes forever, and a million new things join the play each time. So, why is this guy's thing minimized? Did I leave it minimized? I don't know. Mathas is cool though. You can just do really cool value Mardu decks with him. The Menace is also just a neat addition to the card. 3/3 Menace for 3 that does the bounty counter thing. Apparently there's like a bounty hunter card that also puts bounty counters and stuff, and then you can tap it to destroy a creature with a bounty counter on it. But technically it's the same kind of counter as Mathas, so you just get to double up with him and reap the synergies. Yeah, Cartographer. Sorry, Core Cartographer. I think I just said Cartographer there. It's late. Although I'm up all the time really late at night, so it's not really an excuse because this is kind of my normal functioning time, but the Commander Casual sleeps like a weirdo. Not like the actual way I sleep, I just mean my sleep schedule. I sleep normally in a bed like a human being. Fertilid. It's a fun name to say. No flavor text though, kind of disappointing. Core have no concept of exploration. They return to homelands forgotten. Really? So little text and no flavor text? What a waste. Big fan of flavor text. No flavor text. After lightning struck the cliffs, the ore became iron, the iron became steel, and the steel became greaves. The lightning never left. Ooh. 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 Those things are all gonna blow up if they deal damage, though. That's what Tasia does. Okay, why are you doing this to me? I wish that one of those was dead. And I could attack him and not have to lose Taigam. I don't know. We'll see what we scry/draw next turn. There's hope yet. Even if these turns last forever. Yeah. Blood Artist trigger. Spooky spirits. That's actually a pretty cool token. It's just a cool card. Yep, we're gonna opt. We haven't disconnected in a while. I'm sure I jinxed it now, so I'm gonna knock on my what I think is wood desk. Cast. Activate. Yeah, whatever. Mana Gorger Hydra does Mana Gorger Hydra things. Uncounterable opt. No, we don't want that at all. And we drew a land anyway. And a draw spell. Okay. Thanks game. Appreciate it. Like, do we just blow everything up and then attack, or what? Shock wanna drain someone for a bunch. Ideally, not me. I'm sure everyone understands that I mean that I have a board wipe. We got 8 mana though. Do we just I want to attack and then do it, but there's just like no way we attack and not lose Taigam, because this guy will just trade stuff. Ideally not. Yeah, that was me. We're just gonna go for it, cause I wanna. Mass Calcify. Can't be countered. Pacham. Thea. That was me saying Sia, in case you didn't. Not like the artist Sia, like S-I-A, but like Sia as in like C-Y-A. Sia is like my drawing, or my writing with my cursor. Can this just resolve? You can't counter it. You literally cannot counter it. You're gonna sack something to the claw of Gix. You're just gonna sack a Zurin. Okay, sacking Lance, Zurin Orb to draw more cards. That actually makes some sense. I will give him that. I just don't want Shock to drain me with this, but I'm hoping he targets like this guy. Right? Yeah, this Shock guy's probably pretty happy about that. I'm hoping it doesn't drain me with everything, but then we're gonna attack this Swamp Serpent player, and we'll Serum Visions, I guess. Because that's all we got. It's targeting Jotun. I like that. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? He's gonna do 11 damage. You gain 11 life. Or he's gonna make this player lose 11 life. He doesn't do 11 damage. I'm just gonna always yield to that, and always hit this. Let me do the yieldy thing. Let me do it. Yeah, and boys yield. So sad of him slurping his life juice out of this other person. Serum Visions. Can't be countered. That's a dude. That's a good card. Do we keep Daxos? I think we keep Daxos. He gains his life. I don't know. Sure. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. I don't know what I want other than that. I mean, that could go fetch it. Equipment. Whatever. Oh no, I'm an idiot. No, I forgot about the attack. Well, we're playing defense anyway. That was what I originally decided. Yep. Go on. I'm sure somebody's typing out a mean comment right now. Oh yeah, for those of you that have or post all those lovely comments saying how much you appreciate my videos or my ideas on decks, particularly a lot for the Kaineo Sentiro Epic Experiment Storm deck, which I'm really happy about because that's probably like that was like one of my favorite decks I've built ever. Probably is like my favorite deck I've built ever. And I thought that was super unique and cool. So thank you so much for everybody that has said kind words about any of my decks. Again, like if you, I'm totally open to comments. I do prefer them to be a little bit more respectful, and I'm sure somebody's angrily typing out a hurtful message based on my misplays, because that happens. But I'm just giggling because I don't understand really the meanness. But whatever. Thank you so much for those that are supportive. I appreciate it. It does. I do see it, and I'm like, aw, thank you. Makes me feel nice. Because there's not. It's like starting out a YouTube channel, because this is very new. I started this in like middle of October while I was on reading break for school. By school I mean university. I'm not like a high school student. But and it was just kind of like I was like, hey, I play a lot of Magic the Gathering online anyway, because I really like playing Commander. It's nice to have it at my fingertips, because organizing a play group isn't always that convenient. Because I just don't know a crap ton of people that play Magic or are interested in playing Magic. So it's nice to have Magic kind of at your fingertips or at your keyboard tips. Yeah, keyboard keys, that's what I mean. It's nice to have that as an option. It is. I've commented many times about how that's different than Paper Commander, but I still do appreciate it a lot. And so I was like, hey, I might as well record some of these videos and see if people enjoy the content. It's definitely more like learner focused. I understand that a lot of you that watch the video probably are better, if not more experienced players than I am. But I hope you still enjoy the content, even if you're not looking for like a learner perspective. I'm trying to make stuff interesting to explore the format a lot and kind of show off the format a lot with those explorations. Because, I'm trying to run interesting cards. And this deck does not run a ton of interesting cards, in my opinion. It is fun to play. But, like Serum Visions isn't an obscure card. Opt isn't an obscure card. Neither is Lightning Greaves or Path to Exile or Rhystic Study or Deep Analysis or Sword of Feast and Famine or Sarah's Sanctum, for that matter. They're like, those are all common cards. It's just that this is Taigam's a new commander, and I think a slightly unique way to look at this commander. Oh, we're windfalling again. Well, we got our Daxos and our Propaganda back again, and our Charter Course back, and our Rise of the Tides back. Okay, so there goes our Feast and Famine, which is a little sad times, because this card does so much work in any deck, and in a Taigam deck especially. So next time we could Distortion Strike, get in for some damage, because it gives unblockable. Speaking of cards that aren't that remarkable or uncommon, Distortion Strike, really popular in Infect and Modern. We could even get Daxos out next turn too, and attack with him as well. I guess we just get in for free on this guy regardless, but gain some life hopefully off this guy. And then can Chart a Course. I suppose we could Rise from the Tides. No, we can't Rise from the Tides in Daxos. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we didn't draw that, so never mind, we can't. We can Anticipate and Chart a Course, which I'm pretty happy about. Propaganda and do other stuff. We can also equip up our Sword of Fire and Ice, which will deal damage and draw us cards. So we're sitting pretty good right now, because we'll start to gain some more life back with Daxos. I really wouldn't mind drawing Steel of the Godhead, or what's it called? Open the Armory to find Steel of the Godhead, because that'll give us. Oh, why do you destroy everything that I love? So heartbroken. That's okay. We still have Taigam. Taigam still lives. And we're not getting attacked, so that's okay. Propaganda came back home. So I think we Distortion Strike Daxos, which will be 4 of our 8 mana. Then we can Chart a Course and Anticipate post-combat with Taigam. That sounds pretty good. Daxos is super cool. We'll wait to play Daxos post-combat, because we might want to play our propaganda instead. I kind of like that idea. We'll wait on the Daxos until after we've drawn some cards post-combat, and then we'll take another look at we'll reassess our options. Because we want to play smarticle. We're also getting low on health, so that's another concern. Let's get played a Mogus, so we'll be taking another 2 damage next upkeep as well. Mogus is really cool. I like Mogus. I was inspired by a 1-on-1 game I played with my Rada deck against someone who actually, I think the video's posted. You just start target artifact or enchantment. What's he targeting? Authority? Yeah. Authority of the consoles. Anyway, I think Mogus is cool. I think he should see more play, because I think he's actually like a surprisingly strong value card, because he just sits and just grinds stuff into dust, and then if you have the devotion, he's a 7/5, which is pretty good stats for a 4-drop. So I guess other players can try and abuse the sack trigger, but that doesn't always happen. Shouldn't be a reason to avoid the card as well. City Wayfinder. Yeah, you guys are just dumping crap into your graveyards. Just filling them up. I mean, I can't say that I didn't help. I did, like, board wipe all the non-white creatures, Mass Calcify, but the dream is to rebound the Mass Calcify. That's the dream. And then just blow up all non-white creatures, and then next upkeep it's like, guess what? I'm gonna blow up all non-white creatures again. And you knew that was gonna happen, because you just sat there staring at it in the exile zone with rebound on it. He's gonna puppeteer click. Why is this targeting thing on Tasia? Yeah, we know the Swiftfoot Boots is attached to Tasia. Or Tesa. Is it Tesa? Or Tasia? Am I saying Tasia wrong? I say Tasia because I know a Tasia. Like a real life person named Tasia, although they don't spell their name that way. Oh no, it's not. It's not Tasia. Her name's Tasia. Whatever. No, I mean like the person I know, not this. I'd like to call her Tasia because this sounds more not aesthetically, auditorily appealing to me. Wormcoil Engine. That's a pretty good card. I love the token art for this card. I mean, I like the regular art and the MTG promo art, but because it's like the 2 worms wrapped together, and then the tokens are the 2 individual worms, but separated. So cool. Yeah, no, we're gonna take the damage. Ouch. Ugh, I don't really want to play Daxos. I'd rather play something else, but I think we like that. Do we play propaganda and try and evade damage? Get deep analysis, can't we? Play propaganda and avoid damage, or do we play Daxos and try to mediate damage by gaining life? From your hand, right? Yeah, okay, so we can't. I was wondering if we could rebound the deep analysis, but I also don't want to pay life, because we don't have a lot of it. Okay, so we're gonna... Do we want a distortion strike? Yeah, we will. Oh, can't be blocked now. Who do we attack? This guy? No, because this will blow up. Yeah. So we attack this guy. I don't really know what the correct attack is here. Comment if you do. I think we attack this guy just because I don't want the crackback from this guy, and he's got more damage on board right now. We're gonna anticipate. Yeah, just yield to that. Can't be countered, and we get to rebound it. That's beautiful. I guess we take the divination. Did we play a land this turn? I think I did. Anyway, I'm gonna take the divination regardless. So do a divination. We're gonna chart a course here. Chart a course. We divination essentially. It's like a cheaper divination with raid. We got a rift. So we have the propaganda or solemn here. Or Daxos, I suppose. Tough call. I'm just trying to do what keeps us alive. I think it's the propaganda, because there's lots of creatures on board. And we're worried about the go wide. Because Solemn lets us block a thing, but that also doesn't let us block this. Or this. So, or this. Yeah, so we're gonna propaganda. I kind of want a Solemn because I want the land for next turn, but propaganda seems like the best choice. Because divination's not gonna save us. Then we'll just pretend like we have our Swords to Plowshares up. Because our Path to Exile's gone. Maybe they still think we have a Path to Exile. We're just gonna yield to that. So just outside of Magic, but not that far away from Magic, because it's still nerdy stuff. I've recently gotten into D&D, or at least Pathfinder. Super fun. Holy crap. I'm on my first campaign still. I'm only a level 2 paladin, but game's really fun. I think that game it bears a lot of similarities to playing Magic in paper, because it is just a multiplayer game, and it seems like the enjoyment you get out of it is way more about the company. If that would be the major thing I'd compare D&D to company to Magic to, is that Magic, it's a if you're playing multiplayer Magic, it's a mix of the people you play with and the decks and stuff like that, because there's a lot of minutia that goes into that. But D&D is definitely just play with your friends and have fun with your friends. You know that's not always an option for people. You kind of have to, if you're just meeting up with a bunch of random people. But have fun with it, and don't be afraid to have fun with it. If you're gonna hardcore roleplay your character, just sit down and be like, guys, I'm gonna hardcore roleplay my character, and then just don't roleplay a character that's completely annoying to everyone else. I guess that's the similarity, is that certain actions you do are would be relatable to certain cards in a game like Magic. So randomly assaulting every NPC you come across would be the equivalent of playing Vindicate. That's the MTG promo art for Vindicate is so cool. No, stop doing that. I can't have anything that I like. I'm not allowed to have non-creature permanents, apparently. Not a single darn one. I'm just gonna yield into that. But no, it's a lot like playing an Insurrection, I guess, or a Craterhoof Behemoth. It's kind of one of those sigh moments where you're why do you got to be that guy? Anyway, it's super fun. If you guys have any comments you want to leave about relative to D&D or Pathfinder or whatever, please do so. I just figured out I was using there's some website, it's Pathfinder or D20 Pathfinder or something like that, that has a ton of information on it, and I was basically just nerding my way through that site and reading about all the different class archetypes and then the prestige classes. That made me super excited. Because I think I'm going to turn my paladin into a paladin dare chaser or something like that, because he's already pretty acrobatic, and strong. So you can climb and move well. And then the dare chaser essentially lets you get an adrenaline rush ability that just boosts a bunch of your stuff. It's kind of like a Berserker's Rage, but you don't get damage bonuses. Why? I guess just because there's no other attacks to be had. That's why I destroyed my propaganda as well. Well, we could just be dead here. This guy could just kill us. This guy could probably kill us. We take 2 on the upkeep as well, so we essentially have 10 health here. We get to draw 4 cards or 3 cards next turn. So there's that, if we make it to next turn. Although the saving grace of making it to next turn is we can Rift. Although I don't think the overloaded Rift gets rebounded properly. So we do get our Distortion Strike back, though. So we'll get it for free, because it's rebounded right now. We'll see. If we make it to another turn, we can do some serious stuff. If we don't, I'm not surprised, and then bleh. That's just the issue with Voltron decks a lot, is that it's very much a putting all of your eggs in one basket style of deck, because you just rely so heavily on your commander to do that damage that removal really slows you down. And we've been subject to a lot of removal this game. So we've had our like propaganda blown up twice now. We had our Ghostly Prism blown up. We had our Ristic Study exiled. We got Vandal blasted. We got Living Death on Taigam. So it's just there's a lot of destruction that's happened, and that's to be expected to an extent. But this is definitely like a particularly high amount of single target removal spells for a commander game. Just like relative to other commander games, but that's mostly because of this Mathas deck. So, are we gonna? Oh, okay. Thank God. That's the test. So is the test. Because I want to make sure that I'm not disconnecting again. Mathas joins the play, or fray, whatever, both. He's come to play and joins the fray. There we go. That's the stuff. Zeranor back. This is, yeah. Oh, he's got a Revel in Riches. Interesting. You get treasures, and then when you have enough treasures, you win. I like this guy's deck though. It's cool. Maybe I'll try and make a Mathas deck and do some interesting thingy for it, not just Voltron. I've done a couple Voltron decks now on my channel, and it's funny because I don't really do any Voltron decks in paper at all. Because I find in paper especially, people just get super salty about getting attacked by Voltron commanders, so I usually don't run it. But I was really going to commit to it with building in the Zon deck in paper, but I haven't yet. He's going to put a bounty counter on the Archon of Justice. I really like this card too. Just art-wise, ability-wise, it's cool. Yeah, you get to Rebel. Sorry, yawning. Treasure. It's the Sun Empire's treasure. Those circular blades and feathered headdresses and whatnot. Can you double up on bounty counters? Does that double the effect? I don't think so. Has a bounty counter on it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it doubles up. Like if you put another bounty counter on this thing, I don't think it would have 2 instances of the effect, but you never really know. Yeah, he's going to play a Wormcoil Engine. No! Why have you... No. I can't believe you've done this. For the meme points. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, we still get a bunch of things next turn. We don't get to Distortion Strike anything, but... Because I think we have to Cyclonograph next turn just to survive. We could just die here. If this guy felt like it. He could just kill us. I think he might be. That's 6, 10, and then we take the 2 from Mogus. So we're dead. No, man, that's frustrating. But yeah, that's the... I mean, I don't play this game to win necessarily. I just play to try out decks and stuff. So this is a good example of like the faults of Voltron and stuff like that. Is that just your stuff gets blown up and you get board wiped and crap. Like even if you run like Lightning Greaves and Swiftfoot Boots and similar effects like that, your stuff's still gonna get blown up. And we're running a couple things in here that make Taigam indestructible too. It's just the way it goes. GG. Because, what's his face is gonna kill us now. Mogus. Darn it. If I could, I'd rift a thing of someone's. I mean, ideally I'd rift Mogus, but I mean, like, if there's no way to prevent me dying, I would riff somebody's thing out of spite. Because that's, the way I operate. Sometimes. So, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you liked the video. I guess dislike it if you disliked it. I guess, comment whatever you feel like. If you want to leave less than savory, and by that I mean slightly mean comments about me misplaying, yeah, I guess you go ahead and do you. You do whatever you need to do. But I do appreciate the more positive ones. And if you have any comments on decks or like anything you'd like me to try building, or any cool cards or cool deck styles or whatever, please leave suggestions. I'm always looking for more deck ideas, because I'm running out of creative juice. It's like it's a finite source. You can only do so many interesting things in Magic because so many things have been done in Magic. That there's so little original content to create, unfortunately. Check out my channel if you want to see other videos of either this deck or other videos of all the decks that I've done. Most of them are quite unique, I think, and I think are very enjoyable. And then, subscribe if you want to see more decks in the future. Thanks, guys. I don't know if I want to leave this game going, just for your amusement more than anything. I guess, we'll keep going. We'll watch. Got a slightly better view of it now. It won't let me drag this down anymore. Put the stack down here. This guy's got some spirits. He's getting treasures. I hope he gets the Revel win. That'd be awesome. All will know of your crimes. He's got a zombie, eternal witness, Diluvian primordial, bull rat stronghold. What's going to target creature from your graveyard on top of your library? What's he targeting? Diluvian or Archaeomancer. I was assuming it was the Diluvian, but I guess that's literally on the battlefield. Ignore me. I'm delirious. I'm emotionally damaged from losing because I have such a fragile self-esteem. No, I want to see Torment of Hailfire. This is another one of those cards that's I understand the value of running win conditions like Torment of Hailfire and Depth of Deathless and stuff like that, especially in decks that are a little bit more limited on strict win conditions. But Torment of Hailfire is a very gross card to play against because it's just like, X is equal to like a ton, and you're like, okay, now I lose everything and still take a crap ton of damage. Awesome. That's my favorite. I love sacrificing all of my permanents or creatures or whatever it does, and then taking a ton of damage anyway. Non-land permanent. Or discards a card. You pitch your hand, pitch all your cards on the battlefield, and then you still take damage. It's got Archaeomancer. What's your game? Archaeomancing? Archaeomancing? I don't know. 4. Splendid Reclamation. And then he's going to return the 1, 2. Stop! Closing. No! Doesn't seem like a lot. I guess he's going to Zurin Orb a whole bunch of stuff. Gain a ton of life and Sylvan. Okay. I get what you're doing here. It'd be really funny if somehow somebody countered him, but I have a feeling he's not going to sack the Itlamok. Just a, gut feeling. Call me crazy. It'd be super funny if he sacked it by accident, though. It didn't tap it for mana, and then just couldn't cast Sylvan Reclamation. You gain a whole bunch of life. You didn't even think about the Zurin Orb Splendid Reclamation combo. It's interesting. You get all your lands back, and you get to Vesuva something. Could take a Bajuka Bog and get rid of this guy's graveyard. It's probably what I'd do. Oh, I thought he copied the Mortuary Mire. I was like, what are you doing? No, he's doing exactly what I suggested. Creature from yours. Okay, so he gets a Vexing Scuttler back. Scuttler. Whatever. Which lets him get something else back. See, the recursion style decks just take a long time. a very long time. Don't get me wrong, I get their value. I'm not saying you shouldn't run it or anything like that. It just takes time. That was for exiling Gitrog for no reason. Yeah, you were right. Gitrog doesn't even do anything, right? Sarcasm. Got his Terramorphic Expanse and his Evolving Wilds back. Maybe we'll see this guy time out. That'd be neat. That doesn't happen a lot. If you're timing out on a 40-minute game clock, you gotta be like, is it me? Is it me? It takes a very slow player, a special type of deck to mill you out sometimes. Or sorry, make you run out of time. Timeout. That's the term. Curse of Opulence. Yep, it's the gold thing. He's definitely going for like a goldy theme. It's too bad that gold and treasure don't overlap though for Revels and Riches. It's really dumb, but because they do like just about entirely the same thing. Oh, actually, no. My buddy was pointing out a difference is that you have to sack the treasures. Sorry, you have to tap and sack the treasures, and then the gold, you just have to sack it. So these make more sense in the current like standard meta because you can't improvise with treasures, but you can improvise with gold. You know, like the mechanic improvise, because you can tap artifacts to cast things. So it does like that would be the explanation for it, but I still don't like it. It'd be way better if they were just streamlined. They were all the same thing. Ugh, excuse me. Custody Lich. I'm a big fan of Monarch cards. I think they introduce a really fun dynamic to the game. It's just another like political argument style thing. Same with Dethrone. I like Dethrone. I may do some kind of Marchesa deck soon. Yeah, he gets another treasure. There's only 6 treasures away. I hope this guy gets the win with Revel. That'd be super cool. There's a Marchesa. I meant the other one, but that's a cool one. He's running a bunch of Monarch cards too. I like this guy's deck. It's just a bunch of cool cards and like mechanics I like. Cards I like. So he gets a draw card and bounty counter. What does he sack the Puppeteer click here and then just cast it again and gets nothing or a something? Archaeomancer or Trinket Major, stop it, or stop it. That's or Farhaven Elf or Lotus Cobra. Okay, so pretty not great options, but let's see exiling. Mogus, okay. Damn, remove 2 different gods. Good on you, dude. Okay, he's gonna play land and you know, Mathas is really cool. I want to work away, build some interesting deck for Mathas. If you have any interesting mechanics in the Mardu colors that you think would make for a cool Mathas deck, please let me know. I'd be interested in building one now. This is a cool card. That's quite the full salvo attack. Is he gonna board wipe here? Is that why he's just balling out with everything? Probably. It's vigilance? Yeah, it does. Oh, it's also got lifelink death touch. That's why he's trying to gain a bunch of life because of the vault. This is what I was talking about earlier about the vault of the Archangel coming in handy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're the Monarch a whole bunch of times, and that means you're the Monarch literally once. Yeah, now everything dies because of Teza. But he can easily cast Karador again. I'm really impressed by this deck. It's like the little deck that could. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still good cards in here and everything like that, but it's definitely a lot. Like, you can tell this is a cheap deck, and this guy built a really functional cheap deck that is actually doing quite well. I'm sure it's cheaper than the Taigam deck that I was playing with. Actually, I was going to say, maybe not because the mana base is a little bit better. But it's still running a lot of basics, so I don't know. I'd be curious to see how much it costs. I wouldn't be surprised if it was cheaper. I probably would be surprised if it was more expensive. This is what I was talking about earlier about the arts as well. These two individual arts look super cool. This guy just wins now. Did this guy just not think about the treasures? Yeah, on his upkeep he wins because he has treasures now. Because all his creatures died, he gets like a bajillion treasures. I didn't even think of that. I mean, but that wasn't my choice to make. He has like a bajillion treasures now. Is it a gold? Yeah. He's actually got like almost just enough. So this guy's got to like win here or he like loses. Or they both lose. I'm super excited though. I really want to see this Revel in Riches win. This is a cool card. I could do like a theme deck for Mathas similar to this and just do like money based stuff. Like this guy's kind of doing. But I don't know. That seems like kind of a rip-off and I don't want to do that. I like this guy's deck as his deck. Although that being said, if any of you want to build or mimic decks that like the ones that I build, you go ahead and do that. Just add your own creative flair to it. Or I guess you don't have to. If you want to literally just rip the deck list and do the same thing, you do that. I just want you to have fun with it. But I usually find I have more fun with decks that I put a personal spin on than just ones that I just create based off a net deck or something like that. I try very hard not to net deck because that just kind of is boring. And I think one of the better aspects of Commander is actually just building your own deck with the cards you have and want to play or whatever like that. So, I mean, my paper library is fine, but my MTGO library now is pretty substantial just after slowly adding to it and adding to it. Yeah, he's going to rift. That's a big one because there go all the treasures and the thing. Wanted to see the Revel then. That's so sad. This guy had so many treasures. It's gonna, yeah, okay. These are cool looking lands. Yeah, he's gonna Terramorphic Expanse and Evolving Wilds. He's running real short on time though. Real short. Every search effect he uses just burns more time. I guess he wants to thin out his deck though. Which makes sense. What do you have in the exile zone? Things. Coalition Relic. Go on. Time yourself out. This guy just have his own Bajuka Bug. Just get this guy's graveyard again. Oh, that was actually quite good because he got him now that all his stuff's gone. So Karador now casts like a ton to play. So his Karador player is now significantly dealt with, essentially. He's neutered a little bit. Jukabog, good card. Don't think I actually have it in my library. But I will probably be getting one soon. Because I, just made this realization. Gonna play a land. Is he gonna replay the Revel or just Mathas? Probably just Mathas for now. Oh, Chrome Lantern. Man, I'm so sad. I wanted to see the Revel in Riches win. Did I say that wrong? Revel in Riches win. But we'll see the Swamp Serpent guy time out, probably, which would be funny. As he can somehow pull off a win faster. If he starts making excuses for his time, I would just laugh. It's like, yeah, okay, like, you were doing pretty well still, but, like, you were taking a lot of time. It's a stipulation of the game, you know? It's like a hockey game ending, and people being like, oh, if I just had another 5 minutes, I would have scored another goal. And it's like, yeah, okay, but, you know, time parameter is part of the competition. Not that this is a competitive format, but still. Ooh, get death touched. As the Monarchs gets to draw a card here on his end step. Alrighty, guys. Getting a little bored of commentary. It's not as fun commenting when you're not in the game, for sure. But I still want to stick around for those of you that might actually still be watching, although I'm sure many of you have turned off the video by now. If you even made it far enough to watch me die. Because unfortunately, Taigam Ojutai Master Voltron did not make it very far. It's okay. Got more decks a brewing, and they're not Voltron decks. Yeah, you're gonna thaw in glaciers. Goodness. That was a yawn. I mean, you can still cast Karador. It's just gonna cost a bunch. Gravetide. That's a good card. And the Archon again. Right, because that went back to his hand. Oh yeah, a bunch of stuff went back to his hand earlier because of the rift. He's not dead in the water. Yeah, he'll sack that. This guy's gonna get a treasure again. We might still see the Revel and Riches win, and I'm excited for that. He just needs 9 more treasures and then the trigger on his upkeep. Oh, time's a wasting, bud. Crunch is on, guy. You're almost down to 3 minutes. There it is. 3 minutes left. He's gonna play Sidisi again. He's gonna mill some stuff. You got a Venser, Grim Backwoods, and a Snap. Good riddance. Simic Grove Chamber. He's got to bounce a land. Yep, Puppeteer Click. Alright, Solemn. Sorry, I just got hit by a wave of tiredness there. Silent. He's got a different Solemn. He's got his own Solemn. He's down to 2 minutes, so he's just kind of puttering. We're waiting for something real. He does have a bunch of mana with this Itlamok. Sacks thing to the Claw. I don't know why you wouldn't tap Itlamok first and give yourself more mana, but I guess he's not casting something this turn. Yeah, okay, because it's this guy's turn now. He's getting there with the treasures. He just needs 8 more creatures to die. Those creatures he controls? Opponent controls. Okay, so he needs 8 more of his opponent's creatures to die. Honestly, if he gets a board wipe, I'd just board wipe right here. Blow up everything. You'd get 8 other tokens. Or treasure tokens, so Decree of Annihilation would be pretty ideal here. I think is he replaying Mathas with all that mana? Overwhelming Splendor. Who's he hitting with it? Yeah, this guy. Because this guy's gonna time out. His last turn almost took his half of the time clock he had left, so there's no way this guy lasts to have a real impact. I love this card. Super funny with the black curse that gives all creatures target player controls -1/-1, because it's just so crippling. That's hilarious. Grave Titan, the 1/1 giant that does nothing. Death in form and function. Actually makes the flavor text look way cooler because the regular text is grayed out. So the flavor text looks way more apparent. In dark times, truth bears a blade. Alrighty. Yeah, you're just gonna burning yourself out of time, okay? If that were a guy, I probably would have just tapped out and then F8'd. Sorry, not F8'd. F6 through everybody's turn just to save as much clock time as possible. There's like, if he makes it through his next turn, I'll be surprised. Because this guy just like takes long turns. Because he's got lots to do, honestly, but he's gonna. Excuse me, guys. He's gonna time out. There's no way he doesn't. And it's just every time he uses like a triggered ability, it just takes that much longer. Oh, he's gonna rift. Yeah, you can rift again. You're just gonna like. I guess he's just trying to burn the clock or wait. I don't. I guess he can attack some guy for a ton here, but he's just losing points though. They all attacking Shokusen. Yeah, there. Because he wants to try and at least down somebody before he gets kicked out of the game. Oh, he's hurting for time. It's like half the time he had left. Dude, just F6. Just F6. He didn't even get to finish this guy off either. How unsatisfying. Alright, well, Mathas player. Let's see what you got. He's got Mathas in his hand, by the way, if you're wondering why you can't see it in the command zone. It's not on the battlefield. It was rifted a while ago, the first rift. He's gonna replay. He's just gonna replay everything. It's gonna be a boring turn. Unless he drew something ridiculous. He's tapping a lot of mana for something. Maybe he got his debt to the Deathless. No, he just played his Overwhelming Splendor again. But on the other player this time. Which makes sense. That's the way he, I think, survives the next turn cycle. It's by doing that. Just gotta discard a whole bunch of cards now, though. What's he discarding? Let me see. Oh my god. Kurtz, Swift Boots, Kolrath Knight. Let's see. Creatures your opponents control with counters on them can't attack or block. Interesting. Oh, because it works with the bounty counters. That makes sense. I was thinking just +1/+1 or -1/-1 counters. It's like, that's weird. But no, there's some synergy there. So Swamp Serpent's got 36 seconds left. Jeez. Who do we think takes it? I'm pretty confident that the Jotun, who's running the... It's not. I wouldn't call it a budget deck, but definitely the more budget-friendly Karador deck is doing really well. This makes me want to play Karador. He's just doing such a good job of like outlasting and this battle of attrition. Yeah, see, just gained another 8 life. So paying these both these guys for 4 because of Gray. Gary, the Gray Merchant. Gary, how you doing? Yep, Coalition regular trigger. 32, 31, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 2019. Oh, it's back to 20. He's just gonna be like, yeah, I killed someone. I did it. GG, I'm still here. I just want to make it smaller. I just want you guys to see more. I guess I'll close that for now. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that closed. And then this guy's just gonna concede. Okay, so that's the game. As I said, guys, like if you liked it, dislike if you dislike it, comment, please. Give me suggestions, check out my channel, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.